I remember when Zuck reviewed the Vision Pro, and he just was like, I used the Vision Pro, and then I used our Meta Quest Pro, and I was just shocked at how much better our product was.
Wait, do you remember the best part of that video? It was filmed on a Meta Quest 3, and he turns around and there's the guy just standing like this. Like filming.
I forgot about that. Another phone that also has a small letter at the end of its name is not out yet. God, I'm crushing the segues.
You really are. That's pretty good.
There was a comment last week that said, y'all are really getting lazy on the segues, and you just
welcome back.
Brought it back to this episode.
Welcome back.
I like
You're
the
welcome.
last one. That was good.
Nothing Phone 3A. It's not really unveiled. We're getting the classic like dribble of information. I think last week Nothing said it'll have a Qualcomm chip, and that was it. Cool. This week on their YouTube channel, they did a very, very objective smartphone camera comparison. So they didn't show the design of the phone, but they showed that they were taking photos alongside an iPhone 16 Pro Max in a couple random different scenarios, compared them back to back, and then concluded that they were very impressed with their own product.
Marques, was it deceptive at all?
Look, if you're Nothing, you are incentivized to make your device look as good as possible. You don't make that video if you don't think it'll work well. So if there are instances where you can give the Nothing phone an edge, you'll do it. I think one instance was the video stabilization section, where they compared the ultra-wide of the iPhone to the regular camera on the Nothing Phone 3A.
The quality is so much worse on the ultra-wide camera.
It's a fact. It's pretty bad. So look, I look forward to the Phone 3A coming out. I have no doubt that they're trying to hype that it'll be a better camera, because the spec by itself convinces no one. It's an interesting YouTube video. It's also an interesting case study in a company reviewing its own products. I don't know how people feel about that. Me personally, I want to believe that they can do an objective job, but like
they're not.
It just doesn't work. Like I can't watch that video and then have them at the end go, "I'm very impressed by our product." Well, yeah. Obviously.
Yeah.
But if you're super curious about this phone coming up, there's a glimpse at some stuff that it'll be capable of.
Yeah.
And that's the Nothing Phone 3A.
Can I just say I love this rollout that they're doing, because
The tease of info?
I don't think they're trying to be objective. I think this is them being like, instead of sending it to influencers, let's just do our own videos.
We'll influence ourselves.
I think that's essentially what the like mood board is for their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I think they went, wow, people really seem to like the trustworthy voices in this sort of casual style where we talk about phones. So how about we just do that for our own phones? And we have unlimited exclusive access to everything we make.
And you don't even have to pretend to be ethical, because you are the company.
Yeah.
I think that is like important, is we know they're not going to be objective because it physically says it's from Nothing. So we know they're the ones doing it. And I give them credit. They're good at knowing their audience and being kind of, it's more personal seeing them doing stuff like this. And I went into it like, cool, they're doing a great job. And then when I saw the comments were all saying like, that's definitely the ultra wide camera they did the video on
the iPhone.
And they didn't, it's not only that they didn't mention that, it's that right before it they said, we're recording both of these in like 4K 30. Just so you know, the iPhone can go higher frame rate, but we're trying to make it fair. So it like they gave the iPhone credit while also like by that giving credit makes it feel more trustworthy to then not mention the biggest issue.
That's
is that
why,
ultra wide. Yeah.
I feel like I want to give them credit because they are doing something unique. You don't see this type of stuff from Samsung.
Yeah,
and
imagine
Apple.
if Samsung did this.
Yeah, it would feel crazy. So
wild.
it is very fun and startup-y and competitive and interesting, and we pay attention to it. But I don't think we should be going there for purely objective information. So.
No.
We joke around about Nothing and Carl Pei a lot, you know, but I do think if Samsung attempted to do this, it would be the most
be so
cringe thing.
It would be so cringe.
And Samsung, we love you.
Do
but
it.
Don't do this.
Do it.
Like it would be. Oh my god! It would make. It would make all the hairs on your arms stand up. It'd just be like, oh.
Yeah.
It kind of gives the old Moment YouTube channel vibes.
Yeah.
If you remember that. Moment
Yeah,
is
I
this
remember
like camera accessories company that used to review their own lenses and stuff. Although they didn't really say they were reviews. They would be like
showcase
testing,
what it was capable of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
They'd
felt
go-
more ethical than this.
Yeah, I think it's when you bring in a competitor's product and compare it directly to it, you're like, now I don't know
like,
I can listen to anything.
Definitely don't know. I don't think I can listen to anything you're saying.
Yeah.
They're very good at doing the like compliment sandwich of like, let's say one nice thing about our competitor, which therefore makes it feel closer, and then for the next 20 minutes talk about everything.
One of their most popular videos was Carl Pei reviewing the new iPhone, which they did exactly that. He's like, actually, their engineering is very good on this. Like, I'm very impressed. And then
No way.
20 minutes of good things about the Nothing phone. So
I remember when Zuck reviewed the Vision Pro, and he just was like, I used the Vision Pro, and then I used our Meta Quest Pro, and I was just shocked at how much better our product was.
Wait, do you remember the best part of that video? It was filmed on a Meta Quest 3, and he turns around and there's the guy just standing like this, like filming.
I forgot about that.
I forgot about that too.
Yeah, and it makes it hard because like sometimes what they're saying can actually be true. It's just we have to hear it from an unbiased third party to actually take it seriously.
Yeah, like our podcast is super well produced and it's the greatest podcast in the world. So
especially when compared to other tech podcasts, sometimes I watch those and I'm just so amazed at how much better ours looks and sounds and it's just produced.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
But don't take it from me.
Yeah. Well, do take it.
But don't listen to any other podcasts.
Yeah. Do take it from me. Yeah. No, I mean,
that's why it looks so bad.
Definitely get your news from a variety of sources. This is pretty classic media literacy 101. But yeah, we got a little peek at the 3A.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Okay. Well, it'll come out eventually. I don't think so. Carl Pei had said that the Nothing Phone 3 was going to be their first AI phone. So usually they like the Nothing Phone 2A came out after the Nothing Phone 2. So now they're releasing the 3A before the 3. And the A is the cheaper, the regular is the flagship. So the 3, I believe, is slated for like, I don't know, I think they said later this year, summer or something. And that's their first AI phone, which will be interesting and weird.
Before we leave Nothing, I think we've got an interesting opportunity for a little future wager prediction. Which is, when the inevitable Nothing AI assistant comes out, what are they going to name it? And I will not accept Little Carl as an answer.
Oh God, I want it to be Little Carl so bad now.
Carl. So you know how Samsung did that weird thing where they combined Bixby and Gemini, and it was just kind of like Gemini with plugins in the S25 lineup?
Yeah.
It could be along those lines. And what was interesting was I was talking to them about it, and they said there's no name for it.
For the assistant.
But you can still say,
I mean, it is called Nothing.
Google or Gemini. But for Nothing, this is for Samsung. For Nothing, though, you still just say Google or Gemini to pull it up. So I think that will still be true. I don't think they're going to name it at all.
Do you say Hey Gemini now? You still say Hey Google.
Hey G, yeah, Google.
But does Gemini, can you say Hey Gemini?
I've never actually tried. I don't think I've tried that. Let's try
I
right
have
now.
Gemini attached to my action button, so that's how I pull
Yeah, I
it
thought
up.
you had to launch Gemini before.
All right, mute me real quick. Hey Google. Okay, that worked. Hey Gemini. Hey Gemini. Okay, Gemini. Nah, it doesn't work.
Brilliant branding, Google.
Yeah.
Rename everything and then not allow you to call it. Okay. Nice.
I think they're going to name it after the bird. Do you remember the bird from all the Nothing Phone 1 advertisements? The parrot? The parrot? I think it's going to be called like Parrot or Bird Guy or something like that.
Something bird related.
Yeah. Yo, thanks for watching this clip. People who really pay attention to Waveform may have noticed I wore the same outfit 2 weeks in a row, which makes me a loser.
Hey.
No, David never repeats. Let's be real. But if you want to see David and I wear the exact same outfit next week, there's one way to do that, which is like and subscribe.